Hi, this is Bill, and you are on the Travel Beat with Angela and Bill, your source for all things travel. Today we take you to the island of Aruba and the Regal Palace Aruba Resort, located in the Palm Beach area. We will let you know what we liked about the resort, what we thought could have been done better, and whether we think that the Regal Palace Aruba is truly the best value at an all-inclusive in Aruba. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. As we watch the sunset, I'd like to point out that the building that we're looking at directly in front of us is the Regal Palace Antilles. That is a property located next door and adjacent to the Regal Palace Aruba, which is where we stayed. Now, the Regal Palace Antilles is an adult-only property, where the Regal Palace Aruba is family-friendly. Adults staying at either hotel have exchange privileges with the other. You can use the pools, beach areas, amenities, entertainment, go to the shows, and even eat in the buffet. However, you are only allowed to eat in the a la carte restaurants at the property you're staying at. Of course, that was the policy while we were there. There is a possibility that that has changed and you can eat at the a la carte restaurants. If you've stayed there very recently and you're able to at either resort, please let me know in the comments below. Now, as far as children are concerned, obviously they are only allowed to use the facilities at the Regal Palace Aruba and not the adult-only Antilles properties. I'd also like to point out that the Regal Palace Antilles is actually an old Westin resort, I believe, either Westin or Sheraton, that was taken over by the Regal company and converted. When we stayed, it was still prior to their recent renovation. I believe the renovation is complete, so the rooms and everything should be much more updated than when we were there. The Regal resorts are located in Aruba's Palm Beach area, about a half an hour from the airport, probably 20 minutes from the cruise terminal, on a beautiful section of beach. They are walking distance to many shops and restaurants, probably a 10-minute walk across to a lot of other places in the area. And again, probably a 20-minute cab ride from the main downtown area where there's a ton of restaurants and shopping. Now, also to point out about Regal resorts in general, there is a Regal brand and then there's a Regal Palace brand. In general, the Regal Palace brand, with some exceptions, is adults only, but the Regal Palace brand is generally has updated amenities, a little bit nicer, and a little bit of a more luxurious experience than the regular Regal brand. You'll also notice as we do our walkthrough in a couple of minutes that it definitely has a very European feel. Regal is a European company, and there's a European feel to the architecture and the decor around their resorts. The view of the sunset was taken from our room, which was an ocean view room, and we will have another video of a room tour up. Here we have the main lobby and the main building. As you can see, during the day it really wasn't too busy, but at night it definitely served as a meeting point for people to have a drink before or after dinner, and before and after the shows, or even inside when there was raining for the shows. There was a piano player playing, as you can see, which was very nice. There's a small casino also located there. Again, a very small casino, so don't expect Monte Carlo. As you can see here, it was raining out at this point, I believe, so a lot of people were inside, and they kind of set up chairs so they could kind of have some entertainment inside. Not a full show like they would right outside of this location, but it was still nice. Here we're just going to walk you through from the Regal Palace Aruba over to the Regal Palace Antilles, just to show you how close it is. This is actually a little walkway that goes over a service road. Now, the Regal Palace Aruba and the Antilles are both fairly tall buildings in the Palm Beach area. The Regal Palace Aruba is 3 main buildings. There is one main building that houses the lobby, the casino, a sports bar, and the restaurants, most of the restaurants anyway, are in the first floor of it. On the sides are 2 side buildings which surround the pool area, which all have ocean view rooms. The only ocean front rooms are in the main building, which is actually located a little bit of a distance from the ocean. You kind of look over the pool and the ocean. Now over here we see this is the theater area for the Regal Palace Antilles, and this is their buffet restaurant, which while we were there it was not open, so everybody ate at the Regal Palace Aruba buffet. An interesting thing about the resorts in general was we found that we enjoyed the Regal Palace Aruba family friendly a little more than we did the Regal Palace Antilles from the time we spent there. Personally, we weren't looking for the huge party experience for the most part, and the Regal Palace Antilles tended to have younger people, college age or a little older than college age, that were definitely more into the party scene, which is great if you're looking for that, but we were preferring to kind of more lounge around the beach and the pool and stuff like that. While we don't have children, there was a kids club, Regal-land, and what was really nice was before they had the main shows every night, about a half an hour before, they brought the kids from Regal-land up to do a little dancing, a little show, and the kids were all smiles and really enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it too. It was just so cute to see the kids there. The entertainment at the resort was very good. It was very typical of what you would have in an all-inclusive resort. It is not Broadway quality by any stretch of the imagination, but the entertainment was very good and people were entertained. Service was excellent. Again, like most of these places, your drink never went empty. Somebody was always looking after you, picking up empty glasses and things like that.
My girl, my girl.
And it does rain in Aruba, but as you can see, it didn't damper anybody's spirits. The bar was covered and they moved the show indoors. They also had a sports bar, and as a NASCAR fan, I might add that they probably need to update their NASCAR photos on the wall. Just saying. So let's talk about food. We were there for New Year's Eve, right after Christmas. We'd like to travel that time of year to a cruise or an all-inclusive resort if possible. The food at the buffet was, without a doubt, the best buffet food that I have ever had at an all-inclusive resort. Now, the New Year's Eve buffet was just over the top amazing, but the buffets at every meal were really good. We really enjoyed it. The a la carte restaurants were hit or miss. We really enjoyed the Italian. We're not huge seafood fans, so we really can't comment much on the seafood. The steak was not very good in my opinion. Now, food obviously is very subjective. Everybody has different tastes, but I think everybody would agree that the buffet was just absolutely amazing. The food was fresh, it was delicious, the variety was just amazing. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a like if you find it helpful in any way, and please consider subscribing to our channel. It costs you nothing, but it really helps us out, and it also helps us decide what type of future content we're going to put out there, and to allow us to get honest, real opinions in front of other people. Now, one of the age-old questions in Aruba is, should you go to an all-inclusive resort or not? Now, that is going to depend on what the individual likes. Angela and I personally, we kind of like the idea that we can just pay one price, we know exactly what we're spending, we go, we have food, we have drinks, we have everything that we would want without really having to leave the hotel. When we go on vacation, us personally, we like to explore a little bit, but at nights and meal times and stuff like that, we kind of like to be back at the resort. That being said, there are not many all-inclusive resorts in Aruba compared to other islands. Aruba is an extremely safe island. There's very little crime, and the restaurants are absolutely amazing. There are a ton of restaurants. We actually went out one night and ate at El Gaucho Steakhouse. Unfortunately, Angela wasn't feeling well, but I've been eating at El Gaucho for 40 years probably with my family, and it was an excellent one. And the value at the Rio is good enough that you can go out for a dinner one night and not feel like you're wasting money. What are your thoughts on Aruba, on all-inclusives versus non-all-inclusives? Have you stayed at any resorts in Aruba? Please let us know in the comments. We are always looking to hear people's opinions on different places that they've gone or stayed, or how they vacation. I think almost everybody would agree. The highlight of Aruba is their beaches. Being located so close off the coast of Venezuela, they are outside of the hurricane zone. The waters are warm year-round. It rarely rains, although you'll see it does rain at times. The sand is beautiful white. The water is clear. It's calm. Bring your float and just enjoy. We really, really love the beaches in Aruba. It's one of our favorite destinations. There are some excursions to do on Aruba. We'll save those for another video. But I also did want to prove that, yes, it does rain in Aruba, but generally it rains for about 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes later, you're right back in the water. So before we finish our video, I'd again like to ask you to like the video, hit that like button, and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. It really helps us out, and we appreciate it. So what do we think of the Rio Palace Aruba? We absolutely love it for the value. While it's not the most luxurious resort in the world, the value for Aruba, now mind you, Aruba is not an inexpensive island, we find it is amazing. The beach is great, the pool area is great, the drinks are cold, and the service is very good. It's one of my go-to resorts to send clients to, and in fact, me and Angela also stop there quite regularly on day passes if we do a cruise stop in Aruba. Again, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it, and have a great day. Come join us on our next